Deepa Mehta in the movies and water. And she is an unusual person. She has gone against the grain and taken very bold steps against the entrenched hierarchy of Hinduism in India. And she was reviled and attacked. Did any of that filter down to you as well?
Well, yes. You see, luckily, as a writer, I escape a lot of criticism, you know. People read a book and there's a sophistication to the reader. In a film, it is all there. And Deepa was once or twice beaten up. She's at a railway station particularly. Her head was banged against something. And a bunch of people descended on me in Houston after a reading, and they said, "Don't you know we Hindus never kill?" And I said, "I don't know that. Who killed Gandhiji, you know? After all, that was a Hindu." So, you know, Deepa and I both had criticism. The Sikh community, for no reason, got very, very angry. You know, this was in Washington, and they invited us. The diplomats invited us to lunch, and then they started bhara bhula going, you know, me and Deepa. Deepa said, "Why did you invite us if you were going to blame us so much?" And I really, afterwards I thought, yes, the Sikhs, for whatever research I did, and I did do research, the Sikhs had played the most cruel role. This is what Pendleton Moon wrote in his book. He was in charge of a Sikh regiment. And he wrote that everybody else, when they kidnapped women, and hundreds of thousands of women were kidnapped. Hindu women by Muslims, Sikh and Hindu women by Muslims, Muslims by Sikhs and Hindus. But he said most people just did carnal things to women. But the Sikhs cut off their breasts, cut off their stomachs, took out their babies. He said they did very sadistic things. And perhaps I mentioned this, I don't remember mentioning, but he was very, very agitated. I mean, this whole community of Sikhs were very, very agitated. And it didn't strike us then. And definitely in the film, she showed very even-handedly, everybody did everything very even-handedly. There was no showing that some community did more than the other. Yes?
Your experience may not be unique. There is a book by Sarmila Bose that she wrote, Dead Reckoning, which she did 2 years of research, and she was in Pennsylvania and Harvard and Patrika. And that book really goes against what the propaganda in the 1971 was. Not that so the people who are well-read, but they don't want to read that. When she came to Washington, she was viciously attacked. Rather than reading how she did the research, and she had an extensive research, read that thing, and people really know they have admired her for that. But she's outside the common that was all written until that time. Now more than
what was this about? 75? I mean,
1971, that creation of Bangladesh, and before that, there are about 10 books written.
Oh, this is the Bangladesh creation.
Yeah, and what happened in that 9 months?
Oh, it was very vicious. The Pakistani army was vicious.
I know.
Yeah.
But what she has shown in that, what exactly are doing that, yeah, there were some many atrocities done. But she came out like a place called Sankhipara in Dhaka. There were 15 people died, and it was called 8,000 people died. Or the numbers say that 370 some died in the university, and they said thousands have died. Like they said there was a mass grave in front of Fatullah Hall. After 16 December, nobody could dig up anything. That research, unbiased, they really want to put the history in time and research that without thinking that somebody may like it or somebody may not like it.
Of course, when you do research, you do that. Correct.
Those who attack comment are the least read people.